Do you like learning about history, specifically military history? Well, I'm here to discuss my favorite top 5 military museums that I have visited. I will go over the location, the hours of operation, how much it costs to get in, as well as my experience visiting these museums. So, let's dive in. All right, so all of these are great museums. Like I said, I definitely recommend visiting all of these, but I wanted to give you my top 5. It was a little hard to decide which place should which, but here goes. So I will put all this information in the description. So if you miss something, you can just get that information down below in the description. So, all right, well, starting off, so the number 5 military museum that I recommend, it's called the Idaho Military Museum, and the address is 4692 West Harvard Street. It is in Boise, Idaho. It is actually at the Gowen field, so if you wanted to check that out. The hours of operations, it's Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And Saturday from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. They are closed on Sundays and Mondays and most of the federal holidays. So, and the cost to get in should fit everybody's budget regardless, because it's free. It's free to get in, but donations are greatly appreciated, and they actually do rely on the donations. They also have a gift shop too, so if you wanted to purchase something, that helps them out as well. So with my experience, this was a great museum to visit. It was small, but I mean, they did have, they had a big area, a little room with lots of artifacts from World War II and all kinds of stuff. And they did have an area outside where they had the tanks. They also have some planes as well, like the F-4 Phantom. So it's a really cool place to visit. I enjoyed it. We actually got there the time that they opened. So it was actually just us. I actually went, it was, my husband and my 2 boys and my sister and her husband and their son. So it was a little family adventure. So it was a lot of fun. Like I said, it was small, but which is fine, because it made it real intimate, real personal. The volunteer was amazing, very friendly the minute we walked into the door. If you had any questions, he was more than willing to answer those. And like I said, we got there in the morning, so it was just us, so it was kind of cool having it to ourselves, really get to enjoy everything that they had. The only downside on this one is there was really no hands-on activities or anything for the kids. Pretty much everything in there was look but don't touch. If they start getting a little antsy, you can always take them outside and go check out the tanks and the planes and such. So but I mean, that was probably the only downside. I know a lot of kids like to get their hands on and such, but yeah, that, like I said, that's the only downside. So okay, number 4 is actually, it's the Warhawk Air Museum. This one is in Idaho as well. It's actually in Nampa, And the address for this one is 201 Municipal Drive in Nampa, Idaho. This is actually close to the Nampa Municipal Airport, so not too shabby. Their hours of operation is Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday is 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. They are closed on Mondays and certain holidays, so you may have to check on their website, and I will put that in the description as well. So all of this will be in the description. So and the cost for this one, it's $20 for adults. Seniors and veterans, they get in for $12, and kids from 5 to 12 is $5. So not too bad. And this one, in my experience, this one was an amazing museum. I mean, there was so much to see. A lot of, from all different eras, military branches of military, different wars, that sort of thing. This one was really, really great to see. Again, this one, a lot of, it's probably not recommended for little kids. They wouldn't have had any fun things to do, again, with the activities. Won't get, couldn't really touch anything. So, but, that was the only bad thing about that one as well. But it was huge. I mean, they had several rooms, rows and rows of glass cases of, artifacts from, Pearl Harbor. They even had, stuff from the WASP, even a little section for Civil Patrol, which is kind of cool. Just a lot of different things. They had stuff for NASA. They had a couple of things, from the Challenger and that sort of thing. So that was pretty cool. That's my take on that. So, but like I said, it's still a great museum to visit. So if you didn't get a chance. So, all right, and number 3, I've got the Oklahoma National Guard Museum. This one is actually located 3301 Northeast Boulevard, Grand Boulevard, my apologies, in Oklahoma City. They actually just moved into that building, so that'll be a brand new building. So, and it's a beautiful building too. The hours of operations on this one is Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Saturdays are 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and then Sunday is 1 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. They are closed on Mondays, so. So those are those hours. And again, the cost to get into this museum, like I said, actually fits everybody's budget because it is also free admission. And then of course they also do accept donations. They are very much appreciated, and they will soon be opening a gift shop, so you can purchase something there too. My experience, this one was really amazing. They did a fantastic job. Now, I've actually seen that museum in their old building, which was really cool, but walking into the new building, it was like walking into a museum that I have never been to. I mean, the way they displayed everything, and they even, put out stuff. And this is all based on Oklahoma National Guard. How the 45th Infantry is what they're known as, the Thunderbirds. That they showed their war efforts, and as well as their community efforts. I mean, they've done amazing job with the community and everything. So great place to visit. Like I said, this one too really doesn't have a whole lot of activities for the kids, you know, interaction anyways, but it's still a pretty cool museum. And I think, you know, even with the 2 Idaho ones, I know a lot of kids, you know, they see a big tank or big plane, they get excited. And that's the same thing with this one too. You know, they've got, you know, a couple, you know, machinery, or a few machines, mighty machines, as my kids used to say, inside the museum, as well as outside on display. So, you know, if they get excited about that, they, you know, they may enjoy this as well. It's still an awesome museum. I mean, you can't beat free. I mean, that's another thing too. Free admission. You know, you still, you come out definitely with a wow factor, if you want to put it that way. So now these next 2, they were a little hard to decipher which goes in which place, and but I made a decision. Thought long and hard about it. Number two museum I recommend is visiting the USS Midway Museum in San Diego. And the address for them is 910 North Harbor Drive, out of San Diego, California. The Midway is actually at the Navy Pier. So, and their hours of operations, they're open 7 days a week. From 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. They are closed on Thanksgiving and Christmas, so be aware of that as well. The price to get in, for 13 and older, it is $41. Kids 4 to 12 get in for $31, and veterans get in for $26. Now these prices are at the door. If you go onto their website, you do save some money on the admission, and they do offer day passes as well as annual passes, so something to think about as well. And my experience, this definitely had a wow factor. I mean, it's a little pricey, but you know, for what you get, this one I give it a wow factor. There was a lot to do, a lot of photo ops. There was tons of you know, places to take photos. This one was there was a lot of interaction. You know, the kids can actually touch things. They could sit in helicopters or sit in a replica cockpit seat, and I believe they do have some activities for kids as well. I'm just not sure what they all were, because I think we actually missed some stuff, because the aircraft carrier area is huge, but well worth it. And you know, we got to spend some time in the hangar deck, the flight deck, and even, you know, taking a tour. I guess the only downside I would, or you know, something I would consider, is that when you do go in, you know, like in the cabin areas and stuff like that, or the decks, that some of the areas are small, so if you get a little claustrophobic, you may not like that. You know, it might give you that that close feeling, but you know, there's still plenty of stuff to do. Like I said, the hangar deck's pretty big, the flight deck is huge, and then of course you've got overlooking the ocean, so you get to see all the ships go by and stuff, which is a pretty cool experience. And behind, when you get off, you know, they're behind the Midway, there is the statue of the famous sailor kissing the woman. You know, I think it's been in magazines and stuff like that, so there's a huge statue of that, a great photo op too. But that was a remarkable place. And of course, I'm a little biased too, because I actually went with, you know, I got to go with my other sister, and my dad. and that was pretty cool. So definitely a family-friendly place to visit. Like I said, it is a little pricey, but if you do go online, you do save a little money. So just check it out, the website. And the number one, my favorite of all time, is the USS Alabama Battleship Memorial Park. This one is at 2703 Battleship Parkway, Mobile, Alabama, and it is actually close to the Gulf. So their hours of operation, they are also open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Christmas Eve, they're actually open 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and they are closed Thanksgiving and Christmas. The cost to get in for the adults 12 to 55, they're $18. Kids 6 to 11 are $6. Seniors and veterans are $15, and then kids 5 and under get in for free. They do have active member prices as well. Active duty members, they get in for free, and then there's a separate price for their dependents, for their spouse and kids. So the reason I put this one at number one is because there was a ton of stuff. Not only can you walk through this awesome battleship below and above, I mean, you get up close to the cannons. That was really cool. But this place also has a submarine that you can tour. You can get on top of it, and then you go inside. And it was really cool. And they also have, like a little museum inside as well, their own building, with, planes and such like that. So there was a lot to do. And then even on the outside, they had, tanks as well. There's a veterans, Vietnam part, that you walk through. I think they've got a little actual park area too, to where you can have a picnic and such like that. So there was just tons of stuff, and they are also kid friendly as well. And it's, you can on the battleship, you can actually sit in one of the gunner seats, and it's cool too. As if it'd be nice if if you live there, but they do offer kids, I think it's just kids, an opportunity to spend the night in the USS Alabama. So I don't know, it's like a summer program and stuff. If you go on their website, they've got all kinds of stuff that they do, and interact with for the kids and stuff. So that is why I chose it, just because it was just a whole, experience. And also too, I had never been to Alabama. We did get to go hang out at the Gulf for a little bit, and we actually weren't far from Dolphin Island. That place is pretty awesome too. So, there's a lot of stuff to do. It wasn't as crowded as San Diego, is. So that was another thing. Traffic wasn't bad. And honestly, the prices wasn't bad. Oh, I did forget to mention though, on the price, they do have $5 general parking. And then I know they also, I don't know if it's an overnight parking, because there was another parking fee. I don't know if it's for larger vehicles, like RVs and such. But again, that'll be on the website as well. So, and I will go ahead and put that. Those are my top 5 favorite military museums that I recommend you go visit. If you already visited any of these museums, I would love to hear your thoughts. If you had a favorite exhibit, or where it was located or the cost, go ahead and drop it in the comments. I do read all the comments, so I would love to hear what you thought about any of these museums. So, all right, until next time, keep learning and have fun doing it. I'll see you next time.